Hey everyone, it's Sarah, and today I am back with a subscriber requested video for you. So I have had the same person ask me a couple of different times if I will do this video. This is going to be a kind of version of what they were asking for. Somebody asked if I would talk about the fragrances that are going to be discontinued and which ones I think are worth picking up before they're discontinued. I searched high and low for a list of perfumes or for anything to tell me what is going to be discontinued, and I could not find anything that was saying what is going to be discontinued. Now, I was able to go to some single websites to find discontinued fragrances, but I was not able to find any kind of a resource to tell me like fragrances that are going to be discontinued. I searched all over Fragrantica. I did end up on Reddit, and I found some Reddit pages of people talking about discontinued fragrances. So what I ended up with is a list of some fragrances that have just recently been discontinued, some that have been discontinued for a while, some that may be getting close to being discontinued. So I'm just going to go through each fragrance and we'll talk about what the situation is with it kind of as we go through. Some of these are fragrances that I don't necessarily recommend that you run out and buy them. I'm just letting you know that they have or are going to be discontinued. Some of them, I think that some of them are discontinued, and I definitely think they're worth looking for. Some are still readily available, though they have been discontinued, and I definitely think they're worth picking up. So again, as we go through each one, I'll let you know what the situation is. Okay, so the first one, Ralph Lauren Blue. That one, you could not find it for the longest time, and then all of a sudden it popped back up on Ulta. So it is still available. As far as I know, it is still available, but that is one that I would, if you're wanting a bottle of it, I would go ahead and grab it, because I feel like that one's going to end up going out of production again, or it is going to become discontinued again, because it wasn't available for such a long time. And an alternative to that is Britney Spears Curious, which has also been discontinued. I had somebody remind me of that in the last video that I talked about Curious. It is discontinued as well. A lot of Britney Spears fragrances are discontinued, sadly. And I feel like if you come across a bottle of Curious, it is definitely worth picking up if you like florals. If you know you like Ralph Lauren Blue, Curious is a very good alternative to it. It's definitely worth tracking down a bottle of. Sticking with Britney Spears, Private Show and VIP Private Show, I'm pretty sure those have both been discontinued as well. Private Show is so hard to find. VIP Private Show is pretty hard to find, but sometimes you still can run across it. I will, of course, look for links for all of these to see if I can find any of them. And if I can, I will link them. But yeah, any of those Britney Spears fragrances, like if you come across them, they're definitely worth picking up. Estee Lauder Sensuous, that one just came back into production. I went on the Estee Lauder website and they have it labeled as discontinued. So that's another fragrance. I need to take my own advice. I need to pick up a bottle of that while I still can. I'm pretty sure it's still available on FragranceNet. I think it is available to buy on the Estee Lauder website, but again, they do have it labeled as discontinued. So that's one that if you want it, I would definitely grab it while it's still available. Tons of Valentino fragrances. Again, I went directly to the Valentino website. They have Valentino Donna Born in Roma Rendezvous, both for men and women, is going to be discontinued. Like a bunch of those Born in Roma flankers are being discontinued. I think the yellow one is being discontinued, possibly like an intense version or something. There's a whole bunch of them. I don't personally like that line of fragrances, so I'm not like, broken up about it, but I do know that there are a lot of people out there that like the Donna Born in Roma line. So yeah, I would definitely check the Valentino website and to see if if one of the flankers is your favorite, there's a good chance it's going to be discontinued. So, okay. Replica fragrances, again, I went directly to the Replica website, and I was very sad to see that they are discontinuing Matcha Meditation, At the Barber's, Music Festival, and Whispers in the Library, which is really sad. I have a travel spray of Whispers in the Library, and I love it. It's such a beautiful scent. But apparently they're discontinuing it, and there are quite a few people that are not happy about it. As well as Flower Market. I'm sorry, Flower Market is also being discontinued. Revlon Fire and Ice apparently either has been or is being discontinued. My friend Tatiana just picked up a bottle, so I'm super glad she was able to get a bottle while she could still find it. I need to pick up a bottle of the modern formulation. I have a vintage bottle of it, which I absolutely adore, but I would love to get a bottle of the modern formulation before it goes away and I can't find it. The Elizabeth and James Nirvana line, the whole line has been discontinued. So white, black, amethyst, what is the other one? Rose, vanilla bourbon, or bourbon, whatever one it's called. And then what is the other one? French gray. They've all been discontinued. I have every single one in my collection because I love them. Last I checked, you can still find quite a few of them. Those are ones that I've been screaming it from the rooftops for like years now since they discontinued them, that if you like them, you should definitely pick them up because not only are they affordable, they're just really nice fragrances. The bottles are stunning, and yeah, they've been discontinued for some years now, and I definitely recommend picking at least some of them up. Prada Candy Gloss. I had no idea that Candy Gloss had been discontinued. That is one of my favorite candy flankers. I think it is so beautiful. I have a travel spray of it. I was really sad to see that one has been discontinued. So that's one that I'm going to be looking for a bottle of, because even though they perform like trash on me and I can only smell them for like 10 minutes, I would love to have a bottle of Candy Gloss before it's like gone into the oblivion. Mugler Angel Muse, which we know, I went on to Mugler's website as well and looked at the discontinued fragrance. They have quite a few that are going to be discontinued. Angel Muse has been discontinued for, I think, a good number of years now. That is one that if you like Angel, I cannot recommend enough finding a bottle of it before it's like either too hard to find or too expensive. It is a stunning version of Angel that I would be super sad if I didn't have it in my collection. Lush I'm Home, as well as Rentless, those have both been discontinued. Rentless is almost impossible to find. I am keeping my eye out for a bottle for my friend Tatiana. I had a hard time finding my bottle, and that was like years ago, and I was able to I picked mine up from another fragrance reviewer. I am looking for a bottle of I'm Home as well, which is much more readily available, especially like on Mercari, but it is quite expensive. But those are both fragrances that have been discontinued that are, oh, they're so good. Another Replica fragrance, Lipstick On, that one they discontinued. I think they discontinued that one like maybe last year. I love Lipstick On. I've got a travel spray of it. It's a beautiful, like perfumey, lipsticky scent. I love it. It popped up at TJ Maxx. I feel like it was a year ago-ish, maybe like a year and a half ago. It popped up in TJ Maxx, and I'm still kicking myself for not having picked up a bottle back then when I still could. Though I do think it's still on some discount websites. Guerlain Champs-Élysées. I used to have a bottle of that. It didn't smell good on me back when I had it because it's a really like strong floral scent, and I really loved it. It just didn't smell good on me then. I wonder if it would smell good on me now. Probably not, but that is a fragrance that if you can find a bottle and you are into florals, I definitely recommend it. Sun, Moon, and Stars and Tribute. Those are both fragrances from the 80s/90s that came back into production. I think I can't remember if Sun, Moon, and Stars I think it is being made by the same company that redid Tribute or that re-released Tribute. I I do have a carded sample of it. It is a whisper of what it used to be. It's definitely not 100% the same, but it does still smell the same. Like, you will still get the nostalgia from it. I would recommend, if you like those fragrances, I would definitely pick them up now while you can, because I don't know how much longer they will keep them in production, because I don't know like how big of a demand there is for them. So both Tribute and Sun, Moon, and Stars, I would recommend grabbing before they go out of production again. I was heartbroken to see that the entire Atelier Cologne line is being taken out of the US. So I do believe that it will still be available in Europe, but it's not going to be available in the US anymore, and that makes me so sad. Vanille en Sensé, which I have a travel spray of, I only have like half of a travel spray left, is one of my favorite fragrances of all time, and I don't know why I didn't pick up a full bottle of it while I could. Like, I'm just such a dummy, but I'm like kicking myself now because they're taking the entire line out of the US market, which is really, really sad. I've heard that they're kind of like gonna revamp it and then bring it back, but I don't know. Nest Midnight Fleur is gone too. And I am super sad about that one, because Midnight Fleur was a beautiful scent. But apparently it's discontinued. Mugler Aura, so both the EDP and the EDT have been discontinued. I don't personally love those fragrances, but if you do love them, I definitely think they're worth picking up. I do have a mini of the EDT formulation, and again, the scent is not for me, but I definitely think they're worth picking up if you like, if you like that scent. Issey Miyake Ascent. I was sick to see that that one had been discontinued, because that's a scent that I've been wanting for a very long time. It's one that has been in and out of my fragrance net cart, and now I think it's gone. So I couldn't get it even if I wanted to. I probably could find it like on, I don't know, maybe on the gray market somewhere. But yeah. Sofia Vergara Love. I don't know when they discontinued that one, but I did notice like a couple of years ago when I would talk about it that I wouldn't be able to find a link for it. So sadly, that one has been discontinued. If you come across a bottle, I do think it's worth it to grab, especially if it's for a good price. Now, I wouldn't pick it up if it's, if somebody's asking like $50 for it or something, but if you can find it for a decent price, it's worth picking up. Miss Dior Absolutely Blooming. I heard that that was going to be being discontinued a couple of years ago, or a few years ago, which is why I picked up the bottle I have. And now apparently they have discontinued it. I think you can still find bottles pretty readily on the gray market, maybe even on discount sites. And yeah, I would definitely recommend picking that one up if you like it. This one killed me. Penhaligon's Savoy Steam. I've been wanting a bottle of Savoy Steam for years, but it is so expensive that I have not been able to get a bottle yet. And now it's been discontinued. And I've never smelled another fragrance quite like Savoy Steam. It is stunning. I have a sample of it, which I'm gonna hoard now. And maybe I'll be able to find a bottle of it like on the gray market for a decent price, but I'm sick about that one. Apparently Shalimar Eau de Cologne is discontinued, and in my opinion, that is the most wearable formulation. I've got it back there somewhere. Yeah, I think it's on this low shelf right here. And now I'm really glad to have it because it's been discontinued, and I hate that because I really do think it is the most wearable formulation of Shalimar. Gucci Flora, that it's been discontinued again. I think Gucci Bloom has kind of taken over the Gucci Flora line. If you like Gucci Flora, I definitely think it's worth picking up any of them that you can find, whether it be the original, the reformulated version, the EDT, the EDP, it doesn't matter. I would definitely recommend picking any up that you can find for a decent price. Burberry Brit Rhythm. I'm sick about that one too. I think it's been discontinued for quite a while now. It used to be though that you could find bottles pretty readily, but I think it's gotten more difficult recently. And that makes me sad because it is such a stunning fragrance. I'm just so grateful I have a huge bottle of it, thank goodness. Balenciaga Florabotanica, both of those have been discontinued again for a long time, but they're stunners. I have a mini of Florabotanica. My friend Jacqueline sent me a decant of Rosa Botanica, and they are both so beautiful. I don't know why Balenciaga ever discontinued them. I'm quite sure that they were really good sellers. They were very, very hyped up in the fragrance community. So I'm not totally sure why they got rid of them. El de Lolita from Lolita Lempicka. You can still find bottles pretty readily on the gray market. It's a stunning fragrance. I've got a roller ball of it. I really, really want to pick up a bottle of the spray version before it gets way too expensive or before it's like gone and you can't find it anymore. This one killed me. Chloe Nomade and Nomade Absolute. They both have been discontinued. I love Chloe Nomade. I know it's not for everybody. It's definitely like a very distinct, kind of like modern chypre fragrance. But if you like Chloe Nomade, I definitely recommend grabbing it before it's gone because yeah, sadly, they've both been discontinued. Mugler Angel Nova has been discontinued or is going to be discontinued. I'm trying to remember if I even ever smelled that one. I can't remember if I smelled that one or not. If not, I'm like sad because I didn't even get to smell it before it got discontinued. Mugler is known for that, especially with the angel fragrances. They do bring out kind of a lot of special edition type limited angel flankers and then they go away pretty quickly, so I'm not super surprised. Apparently Versace Crystal Noir has been discontinued, but somebody told me that they're coming out with like a new version, like Crystal Noir Parfum or something. Or maybe like an intense version or something. So Crystal Noir has been discontinued, but apparently there is something to replace it. I don't know if it's gonna smell the same or not, so I would recommend picking up a bottle of Crystal Noir while you can, if you like that fragrance. It's a really beautiful like gardenia coconut scent, and yeah. Givenchy Very Irresistible EDT and EDP. I think I've got carded samples of both of them. They're fine. If you like them, I would definitely grab them before they're gone, but they're not fragrances that I'm like super upset that they're discontinued. These two, I was so sad, and I will be picking up a backup bottle of one of these, but Moschino Funny and Moschino I Love Love apparently have been discontinued. So I will be picking up a bottle of both. I love Funny. I'm super, super late to the game with Funny. I just smelled it. I got a carded sample of it probably like a year and a half ago. Fell in love with it. I still have not picked up a bottle. I will be picking up a bottle soon, especially knowing that it's been discontinued. And then Moschino I Love Love, I will be picking up a backup bottle of it because it's one of my favorite summer fragrances of all time. And I cannot live without it. So if it is being discontinued, I have to have a backup bottle of it. Viktor Rolf has quite a few fragrances that they are discontinuing. They are discontinuing Bon Bon, which I never liked Bon Bon, so I'm not sad about that one. Flower Bomb Nectar and Flower Bomb Ruby Orchid. Apparently all of those are being discontinued. I did look on the Viktor and Rolf website, and I think that is legit. I don't love Bon Bon. Let me know if you guys want a video about perfumes that I do not like and have never liked. I'm sure it will make some people mad, but I definitely have plenty of fragrances that I am just not a fan of and have never been a fan of. Bon Bon is one of those. Bon Bon got hyped. It had its minute where it was like being hyped up to the moon and back. And I just never really got the hype. Maybe because it didn't smell good on me. Now I do have a dupe of Bon Bon. I used to have a bottle of Bon Bon, but I decluttered it because I fell for the hype and then I realized it wasn't for me, so I decluttered it. But I did have a dupe company that I don't think even exists anymore send me a dupe of Bon Bon that smelled almost identical to it. So I'm gonna have to test it and see if I still really dislike it. Coach Love. I didn't even know that was I didn't even know that fragrance existed. I don't know what Coach Love is, but apparently it's being discontinued or has been discontinued. Carolina Herrera Good Girl Lagere. I had a bottle of that. I picked a bottle of that up thinking that it would be a I don't know, like a better version of Good Girl, that maybe I would enjoy it. I don't enjoy it, so I ended up decluttering it. Tom Ford Tobacco Oud. Now, some of these have been discontinued, and I am just now hearing about them. So if they've been discontinued for a long time and I'm just now like hearing about it, just let me know. But Tobacco Oud apparently from Tom Ford, which I'm not sad about because I don't love those really masculine scents. Guerlain Tonka Imperial. I was really sad about that one. Apparently that's being discontinued, and I'm not super sad about it because I have the Dua dupe of it, but yeah, if you want the real thing, I would go ahead and grab it. And then also Dior Femme Delicieuse is being discontinued. Again, I don't love that scent. I wasn't one of the people that really jumped on the bandwagon for that one. I do have a travel spray of it though. I do enjoy it, and I will definitely like hoard my travel spray. Versace Bright Crystal Absolute. Again, I'm not a huge fan of Bright Crystal. It's funny because I got an Ulta magazine in the mail yesterday, and they sent like one of those paper tester strips or whatever of Bright Crystal, and Charlotte smelled it and she fell in love with it, which is not surprising to me. It is a really, really nice smelling perfume. It's one of those perfumes that just smells good. I didn't love it on me, but that was with my old chemistry. So I'm gonna need to revisit Bright Crystal. I might just pick up a bottle of it because if I don't love it, Charlotte will love it and I'll just give it to her. But anyways, apparently Bright Crystal Absolute is being discontinued. I feel like I've got a sample card, a carded sample of that. I'm gonna have to check. I think I do. Armani C Intense. I've got a travel spray of it. I don't love it. I was hoping that it was gonna be similar to the C Le Parfum, but it is not. It's basically like a little bit of a stronger version of C, which I've never been the biggest fan of C. So Mugler Goddess Intense. I had no idea that they were discontinuing that. I've got a travel spray of it, which I'm very glad to have. The reason that I liked the Intense version more than just the original Goddess is because the Intense version has the alien scent profile in it, which I felt like got completely lost in the original Goddess. The original Goddess didn't smell anything like alien to me at all. I couldn't smell alien in there. But with the Intense version, I could smell alien. So I'm sad that the Intense version is being discontinued and not the original version, but I guess the original is probably the better seller. Guerlain Mon Guerlain. I was really surprised to see that. So apparently they're not discontinuing the scent, but they're moving it into a B bottle, which means it's going to be more expensive probably. And I would imagine that since they're repackaging it, they're going to be reformulating it, because usually a repackage means, or a rebottle means reformulated. So I don't know. I would imagine that the entire line is going to go bye-bye, and that they'll retain maybe one Mon Guerlain and put it in the B bottle, and who knows what formulation that's going to be. So I don't know. So if you love Mon Guerlain, I would definitely pick up a bottle now while you still can. Burberry Her Intense. I had no idea. There were a lot of people upset about that. I saw a lot of chatter on Reddit about them discontinuing Burberry Her Intense, which I get. That it's a pretty fragrance. It's not my favorite because to me it's got that Baccarat Rouge 540 scent profile. So I don't love it, but I know a lot of people did love that one. I don't know why they're discontinuing it. Lancome Poème. That makes me sad. Apparently they're discontinuing it. Now you can get, I feel like Lancome Poème is very similar to Jean Paul Gaultier Classique, but if you're not into either of those, Cuba makes a dupe scent. If you're interested in the Cuba scent, let me know, and I'll just leave a comment and I'll comment back with the name of the Cuba scent, because I can't remember off the top of my head. I feel like it's Cuba Snake something. And then also Pascal Morabito Sultan Or is a really good dupe for Lancome Poem. So I do think it's sad that they're discontinuing that though. Okay, La Vie Belle L'Eclat. La Vie Belle L'Eclat. That's another one that I had at one point and ended up decluttering. So that's sad. I remember it being like, I don't know how you can make La Vie Belle sweeter or more syrupy than it already is, but somehow they did with that one. Mugler Alien Fusion. I just heard about this one recently in my comment section. That is another one that I used to have a bottle of, but I decluttered it. Alien Fusion had a really beautiful cinnamon note in it. I don't know what I was thinking when I decluttered that one. That is really stupid on my part to have decluttered it. Very, very rarely do I regret decluttering bottles, but every once in a while I do regret it. And that is one that I do regret because it was alien, but it had this really beautiful, like warm cinnamon note in it. I don't know what I was thinking. Also, Womanity. The whole Womanity line is being discontinued, which is really sad. And I'm very glad that I have Womanity Pour L's. And then I also saw apparently Noah from Cacharel is being discontinued. I saw that on Reddit, so I don't know if that's 100% true, but if it is, oh my gosh, grab it. It's such a little gem. My bottle is still quite full, so I don't feel like I need a backup, but if I had any less than this, I would definitely be buying a backup. But anyways, guys, those are a bunch of perfumes that either are going to be discontinued, are rumored to be discontinued, or have been discontinued. And yeah, super sad. I always hate it when fragrances are discontinued or reformulated, but it's good for us to know so that we can plan and grab the ones that we want before they're gone or before they get reformulated. I do hope that you all found that helpful and that you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe before you leave, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.